Hi, real quick everyone, before the video gets started, this is kind of a rant video and I wanted to go ahead and give a little a tea warning because I'm going to bring up a few different things that might be touchy subjects for you. SA, narcissistic parents, a whole slew of things. Weight loss surgery. I don't know if that's a tea, but anyway, thank you so much. And I don't know if you can enjoy the rest of the video because I am kind of going on a rant. But if you can relate to what I say in the video, I would love it if you leave me a comment or reach out to me via email. Let me know I'm not alone because, you know, you're not alone either. But we have to know that each other exists. So thank you. Hi everyone, I'm Dawn. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for visiting with me today. This may end up being kind of a rant video, and I know that some of y'all don't like rants, so you might want to just go ahead and click out now and I'll talk to you in a later video. My feelings won't be hurt. I understand that a lot of times. I don't like rant videos either, but this one is because I think it's something that a lot of people can relate to. Maybe not, but I feel like it is. So I wanted to just get on here and talk about it. So I haven't felt good for quite a long time. There are some people that like to tell me, oh, you're getting ready to go through menopause. That's not it. This is different. I know, I understand what menopause is. I'm well versed in the world of menopause. That's not what this is. And but we've got to rewind about 6 years. I decided that it was getting out of control. I needed to lose weight. So I started, you know, eating healthier, taking in fewer calories than I was burning, and I was losing weight, but very, very, very slowly. And so I decided, you know, I think I want to look into weight loss surgery. So I looked up the various types of weight loss surgery. There's 3 of them. There's the lat band, the gastric sleeve, and the gastric bypass. So I went for the sleeve. The lat band was of no interest to me whatsoever because I knew a few people who had that who it didn't seem to work on them. And my very best friend from my childhood had the gastric bypass, and I know it's pretty rare now, but at the time she had it, they didn't really require psychological evaluation, and it would have benefited her to have one. And she basically hemorrhaged out and died, you know, hemorrhaged, bled out and died because of gorging herself, because you have to still watch what you eat. You have to control yourself. And that's part of losing weight is self-control, but the other part is recognizing when you're full and stop it, and that's why we have to eat so slow. But that's on to another thing. We're talking about me specifically. So I decided to get the sleeve. So if you're interested in the gastric sleeve, you can Google it and look it up. It's, I'm really happy I got it. I know a lot of people are like, oh, well, that's the easy way to lose weight. No, it's not easy. You have to change your entire diet. You have to go on a vitamin regimen and ensure that you're getting all the nutrients you need, but you can't get it from food because you cannot fit it all in. I can eat, even now, 6 years later, I could eat maybe 3 ounces of food at a sitting, and then it's like, okay, now what? So I try to eat, my eye is twitching. I try to eat healthy foods, but I'm still lacking in my vitamins, so I'm on this vitamin regimen. So doing my vitamin regimen, doing everything the way I'm supposed to do it. And one of the reasons I'm frustrated now is because when I was at my heaviest, anytime I had anything wrong with me, the doctor would be like, you need to lose weight. And every time I would go to her, she was bigger and bigger each time. So I'm like, you know what? You need to lose weight. But I'm not like that. I'm not going there. But every single time I would have a sore throat, or I mean, I could have gone to her with an arm off, and she would have said, well, you need to lose weight. Well, I lost weight. My arm fell off, so that weighed something. But that was it. The answer to everything was to lose weight. You know, I could have gone in there with a bullet wound in my neck. Well, you need to lose weight. You're an easy target because you're bigger. You need to lose weight. You know, so, I mean, she didn't say that. I'm saying that. But it didn't matter what I went to her for. It was all the weight. And now, and I've been dealing with this anytime I have to go to the doctor for the past, so it took me about 1.5 years to drop the bulk of the weight, and it slowed down drastically, and I'm losing a little at a time, but you know, it's hard now. It's getting harder now. But after I dropped a big chunk of the weight, I started having some health concerns and issues, and also my mental health was depleting, okay? And I think I kind of have an idea of why that is, but we'll get to that too in a second if I remember. But then when I would go to the doctor and say, you know, my neck, my shoulder, and my hips really hurt. And this was after, because once you lose a whole bunch of weight really fast, it is expected that you will have some aches and pains, but that should only last a couple months. And this had been over 1 year. And guess what? Guess what she said it was? It was the weight loss. Before it was the weight, and now it's the weight loss. Every time, it's the weight loss. It's the weight loss. Are you taking your vitamins? Yes, I'm taking my flipping vitamins. And so before it's the weight, now it's the weight loss. But, you know, can you do a blood test? Can you? Can you do that? I have insurance. Can you be a doctor and take care of me and listen to your patient? Because I feel like every time and I have changed doctors because it's just ridiculous. I hate being poo-pooed by a doctor. Listen to me. Listen to your patients, okay? They're not all the same. So, and then I also, you know, I pointed out to her my mental health has really gotten worse too. And now I'm on treatment for that. We have finally gotten the correct diagnosis after about 25 years of going to psychologists and stuff. We finally got a correct diagnosis, and I know it's correct because my mental health is now starting to get a little better. But before I had the surgery, when I was concerned about my mental health back then, she would say, well, it's the weight. And then when I was telling this other doctor, this new doctor that replaced the old doctor, when I was telling her that, you know, since I dropped the weight, my mental health seems worse. It's the weight loss. That was her answer for it. It was the weight loss. And I'm like, no, it isn't the weight loss. I'm going to tell you what it is. It's because maybe it's not the weight loss. Maybe it's because me and my entire group of friends were molested when we were 11 and 12 years old by our friend's grandfather, and none of us could get any help or say anything to any trusted adult because turns out around us, we didn't have any adults we could trust because the one girl told her mom, and her mom was like, that's a sin. Don't lie about old men. That's not nice. You shouldn't tell lies about grown-ups like that. That's terrible. She was shipped off to live with her grandmother for that, for her lie. So my mom and the other kids' moms all sat each of their kids down and told us, you don't lie about adults. You don't say they did this or did that. You know, the proper question would have been, did he do something to you? Not, you don't tell on people, you know? So then we're terrified to tell our parents, all of us. Every single one of us just suck it down and hold it in and never say anything. 40 years later, well, 39 years later for one friend who hung herself and left a letter explaining what happened, why she couldn't live anymore. And a couple of them are alcoholics or drug addicts or have been in a string of abusive relationships. And all of it stems from that experience. And no one can tell me that it doesn't. And then another thing is maybe my poor mental health or my depleting is it depleting? My mental health, like going to shit. Maybe it's because I lived in a household where mental illness didn't exist. It did exist. My mother was crazy as hell. And you know, you are who you are. You're born the way you are, and that's just who you are. And nobody needs medication. Nobody needs a psychiatrist or nothing. You just are who you are. Well, Mom, I'm sorry, because you are psycho. And then when she, on days when she felt like there was such a thing as mental health counseling, everyone else needed it but her, even though she was nuts. So maybe that's why. Maybe that's why my mental health was suffering, because of her issues and because of this molester, you know? Maybe those are the reasons, because those are issues that have never been dealt with. There are so many issues that I have never dealt with that are finally all coming up, and I'm just so annoyed and pissed off. But the doctor, every time. Before it was the weight, now it's the weight loss. So I'm going to a brand spanking new doctor, completely out of that practice, and I'm going to tell them up front, look, this is how it was, and I can't do that anymore. I cannot sit in an office and have someone tell me it's the weight loss, when for 2 years straight they were telling me everything that was wrong with me was the weight. And anyway, I know I probably sound like a crazy person. I'm not making any sense, and I'm sorry, but thank you so much for listening. It was a rant. It did turn into a rant, but did not. Is that my doorknob? Oh no, that's one of Pinhead's. Okay, so that's it. I'm done for now. I can't deal with anything else today. And one of my issues with my mental health is I go into rages if I feel, if I start feeling, getting heart palpitations and stuff. Sometimes I'll go into a rage, and I broke a candle and totally ripped my finger open. Totally my fault. I should have controlled myself, but it's hard to do when mental health is such an ignored subject. But anyway, and it's not just mental health, it's my physical health too. We did find a few things. I do have carpal tunnel. I do have arthritis, but there's more stuff we're working on, and honestly, I can't go on like this. This morning I was in so much pain, I was like, maybe I just go drive my car off the bridge, because at least I probably won't be in pain anymore. But I would never do that. I just, at that moment, I felt like I wanted to do that. But anyway, I'm sorry. I'm going to put a trigger alert at the beginning of this video. So, yeah. But now that you've seen this, no point in explaining that now. But anyway, thank you so much for watching and listening to me, bitch. And I love you all. I love having a channel and someplace I could vent. I feel like Eric thinks I'm a hypochondriac or lazy, or I'm trying to get attention. And none of those things are true. I don't know what to do about him. And maybe he doesn't actually feel that way at all. It's just something, it's just me feeling a certain kind of way. But anyway, so that's it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to all of you later. Bye.